And Elizabeth, I think we lost count of our episodes. What is it, 23 or 24?
It's 24.
Oh, lovely.
Four.
24 episodes.
Yes, today's our 24th episode, so well done.
We got to celebrate 24 episodes of pure awesomeness, I must say.
That's it. That's it. Pure awesomeness. I love that. Right. So, how have you been before we get into the meat of today's topic?
Well, been a very good, productive day. I've been preparing for the workshop that's coming on the 25th of February. So I've just been preparing myself, psyching up to meet all these exciting women. So, Elizabeth, would you like to share the flyer?
Yes, let me do that.
Yes. So, a little bit about what we're going to do, that we're going to speak about purpose and destiny. And Elizabeth, the awesome thriving coach, is going to poke and prod. And I love that. I'm going to sit back and watch her in action. I did see it last Sunday, and she was full of fire. She was stirring the crowds, and they were cheering her on together with me. So it was a good Sunday. I must mention this on this conversation. It was a great Sunday spent together. And you know what? We cheer each other on, and it was wonderful. So, for those who have not signed up for our workshop, it's not too late. Hope to see you there. Really hope to see you to come and be part of this new tribe that we are building called Confidence Culture Conversation, a tribe, a movement to move women to their destiny and purpose.
Absolutely. And you know what? Thank you, Tinji. Thank you for always supporting us and just
Oh,
cheering us on.
yeah, he's
Thank
our
you.
greatest cheerleader
Our number one fan.
because
Thank
he
you.
believes in women. He believes in women empowerment. Can't wait to see him in the room on Saturday with us to support us. Thank you.
Absolutely. Do you know what? Ladies, if you're watching and you're single, marry well. Marry someone who will support you on your purpose journey.
Ooh, I
Absolutely.
like that. I like that, Elizabeth.
I just thought I should throw that in there,
No, no, no. I think one of the things that we're going to touch on Saturday would be that like what you say, a purposeful marriage. It is actually a very, very important. I can say that of my husband is a very background person, but he's always cheering me and always pushing me to do what's best for us individually and collectively, and also for the community. And that's really what makes our marriage very interesting and marry well. That's very true, Elizabeth. You have married very well.
We thank God. Thank
Yeah,
God
thank
for,
God.
for good friends who know just what you need and they hook you up the right way.
Well, it was the same thing with me. A good friend's daughter hooked Robert and me up. Can you imagine me in being in Malaysia and he being in the UK, and how the Almighty connected us? I till today, sometimes after 13 years, I pinch myself. Is that happen to me?
Wow.
Because we are more than friends. We are friends for life,
That's it.
soulmates. So
That's
for
it.
those who are out there who are wanting a soulmate, come get in touch with Elizabeth or me. We will share you the secrets. And one of the things that Elizabeth and I have been talking about is that purposeful marriage workshop that we will in future conduct.
You had it here. You had it here. And just maybe we'll bring some couples along with us and just have
Yes.
some conversations,
Mhm.
confidence culture style.
We have to.
Right. So I think you just planted a seed there, but let's move on to today's topic, today's actual conversation. What are we talking about today, Kiribai?
We're talking about dreaming big, and the topic of marriage is also about dreaming big, purposeful, and big for the expansion of the kingdom. Marriage has to be the seed that's going to burst forth into the kingdom as fruits.
That's it.
So it's a dream. It's a dream come true, a dream, a process, a dream that is, they're working out. But today we're going to talk a little bit out of that scope of marriage. We're going to talk about what is your dream. What is my
Kiruba,
dream? Hmm.
before we go on, let me just throw something in there. So a few years ago, when I used to think about my purpose and I used to think about the things that I felt that God was calling me to do, one of the things I realized is that for me, the things that God wanted me to do, I was going to need a purposeful man.
Hmm.
And I intentionally like really started to pray, like, God, prepare him for what you are preparing me for,
Hmm.
because I knew that there were places God wanted me to go, and
Hmm.
I knew there were burdens he was going to place on my heart and assignments he was going to put in my hands that I
Hmm.
could not I could I needed
Hmm.
the right man alongside me to fulfill the destiny that he was calling me to. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there when we're talking about purposeful and marriage
Oh.
and dream, because the calling was like the dream, like fulfilling purpose. So
Hmm.
having the right person by my side was very, very important. So back to you,
Definitely.
Kirubai.
No, definitely. No, I don't know why we started this conversation with marriage. The wrong person, the man or the woman that you're going to marry or you are married, they can douse the fire of your dream.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
And that's food for thought because the wrong person can kill your dream. So for those who are looking for spouses, make sure the man or a woman will support the purposeful dream that God has put in your heart.
That's it. That's it.
Mm.
That's it. So today we're talking about dreaming big, and we're talking about. I love the word that you used, Kirubai, the audacity. Hey, one of my words for 2023, or my statement, or whatever you want to call it, for 2023 was being bold and audacious.
Mhm, mhm,
We all need some audacity in our lives, and if you're going to dream big, you need to be audacious about it.
mhm.
You need to be audacious about it. My husband loves to say this, and I think they say it a lot because I've had other people say it. Dream big or go home.
Oh.
Dream big or go home. Like, I don't want to go home. I want to drive. I want to dream big. I want to dream big. So today we're talking about dreaming big. And it's interesting that we have this conversation because as we're talking about dreaming big and just having the confidence to even dream, I realize that a lot of us do not take time to dream.
Mhm,
We don't. We don't take time to dream. We don't stop and just close our eyes and let our imagination, just let our imagination go. But it's so it's a necessary part of the journey.
mhm,
Allowing that dream to come alive in your imagination, it motivates you, it activates something on the inside of you. There's a book by John Maxwell, and for those that know John Maxwell, it was his 76th birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, John Maxwell. That Kiruba has the book, as if I know, right? And we did not discuss it, but this is one of the best books I love from him. As much as, yes, he talks about leadership, but I love this particular book, How to Put Your Dream to the Test. And there's 10 questions in that book that
mhm,
that that really help you to put your dream to the test. I
mhm,
remember the first time I read it, it was very timely because it was when I had just started my business. So it really got me thinking. And so when you hear me talking a lot about like daring to dream and chasing your dream and really putting the work into your dream, one of my inspirations was that book. It really stirred me up. So if you're watching right now, let's get some engagement from you. Do you have a dream? Share a snippet of your dream. Just put it in the comment section. Just type something. And if you're watching the replay, please put it there as well. Because you never know. You never know who is on here that can help you with your dream. You never know who can come alongside you and assist you with your dream. So don't be shy to just put something in the comments. It doesn't have to be the fullest part of your dream. It could just be just an aspect of it. But I read this somewhere some time back that your dream should motivate you.
Mhm.
So likewise to like your goals should motivate you, but your dream should also inspire you. And I don't know, Kiruba, if you have the page in the book right now, but where John Maxwell gives a definition of a dream.
Yeah, I will look for it. I'm just about engaging with someone on the phone. I'm not being rude to you, Elizabeth. Apologies. I'm just engaging. I've seen three people online today, and I just wanted to be inclusive in my conversations.
That's fine. That's fine. So while Kiruba is doing the typing, the chatting, I can do the conversation. That's all right. That's all right. I'm good with that. So yeah. Your dream. Do you have a dream? If you don't have a dream, what are you doing? What are you doing? What? Because your dream gives you hope. Your dream gives you hope for a better future. Your dream is not about where you are today. Your dream is about where you are going. It's about where you're going. So your dream doesn't have to fit you today. In fact, if your dream fits you today, we have a problem. Go and dream again. Go and dream again. Your dream should stretch you. Your dream should grow you. Your dream should challenge you to become better and be better. Your dream should take you from where you are today to a different level. When you're dreaming, you're realizing that there is more. There is more to who I am. There is more to my family. There is more to my business. There is more to my life. There is more to my legacy. There is more. And that's what your dream should do. Your dream should help you realize that there is capacity. There is something on the inside of me that is calling out for more. Your dream. Your dream should do that to you. It should inspire you. It should motivate you to get up and take action.
Mm-mm.
Because your dream cannot be achieved if you don't take action. A statement I like to use, one of my mantras, and I'm going to just it's mine and I'm holding on to it. It might sound similar to others, but it's mine and I'm holding on to it. When I see it, believe it, act on it, my dream can become a reality. When
Amen.
I see it, believe it, act on it, my dream can become a reality. So your dream will not just happen. You gotta wake up and do something about it.
And one of the quotes that John C. Maxwell says is dream big. Know that you are going to accomplish incredible things once you start believing in yourself.
So,
So, believe in yourself is really important. And it all comes back to your belief systems. What are you believing about yourself? What are you believing? What are you believing? Are you believing that you are a success or you are a failure? Are you believing in yourself that you can achieve what you are dreaming? Because when you start dreaming, it just cannot sit on the shelf as a dream. It has to be put into action for realizing the dream. For those who are women, I mean, those who are men and women who are in the faith, we dream because there is purpose in that dream. We see the vision of the dream unfolding through prayer and action. Don't you agree, Elizabeth? Prayer and action, praying and taking action. You just can't pray and say it will unfold because um, action has to be taking place. Because I believe God puts that dream in us. And talking about this, let me sidetrack. Last Saturday, we did our vision board. Oh, I mean, it was. the Kingdompreneur. We meet once month. People of the faith come together. We share our thoughts. We have brunch together, and then we enjoy each other's company, chit chat, laugh. And last week was amazing. We had this vision board party, and part of being having this vision board party is to put your dream on paper, put that you may see your dreams unfolding. So it's a constant reminder for you to think about it and act on it. So we had little Janaya, who was my little helper. She put the things together for me. I mean, I would have loved to show it today, but all my pins have fallen. I have to paste it. But you know what? It was not about my vision board that I was excited. It was Jenna's vision board. And here, for those who have young children, put them, encourage them to dream. Start young. Start young. And Jenna's board was amazing, amazing. 4-year-old working on her a dream board. I mean, this is really something I felt I wish I had parents like like Tunji and Elizabeth who could have guided me very young. I would probably be the president of the United States of America.
But do you know what? I really enjoyed that session, and
Yeah.
and for me, that's really the you have to be able to see your dream. So you
Mhm,
might not. It doesn't mean that I have to see the fullness of it right now,
mhm,
but being able to have a picture of it.
mhm,
You can have a picture in your imagination, but try and get things that look like the dream. So you can have it on a vision board, somewhere
mhm,
that is visible, where it's a constant reminder. Some people have their pictures of their vision board on their phone as a
mhm,
screensaver. So
mhm,
they're always, whenever they go to their phone, they're reminded this is what you're working towards. And Kiruba, you mentioned earlier on about, like, we can't just pray about it and leave it there, and that's
mhm,
so important. That is because some of us, like, we have a dream, and we've even written it down, but we've put it in a journal, and the journal is on the shelf
mhm,
somewhere.
mhm,
We haven't even opened up the journal to look at the dream again. We've
mhm,
just left it sitting there,
mhm,
and it's just collecting dust instead of coming alive. But when you're able to look at your dream and you have it as a constant picture in front of you, or you write it down and you're able to read about it every so often, your subconscious starts getting accustomed to, oh, this is what we are working towards. This is
mhm,
what we are building. I
mhm,
like this. This looks good.
mhm,
Okay, what are we going to start doing to make this a reality? Because we our subconscious responds to
mhm,
pictures
mhm,
more than it does to words.
mhm. No, I was reminded of the scripture, the entrance of it brings light. It lights up our whole body. But yes, of course, the scripture says the entrance of the word brings light. But this word is translated in picture form. It is a personal word for you, a personal prophetic word that you have mapped out for yourself. So every time you focus on it, it brings light into parts of your being that is there's darkness. So you want to, oh, I want that. I want to take action. So there are parts of us that resist this action for fear. So I was just thinking, Elizabeth, what are the things that stop us from realizing our dream? What are the gaps?
You mentioned one of the biggest things is belief.
Mm-hmm.
Do we believe? Do we believe? And for me, this is something that I like talking about. Kirubai, you know me. For those that don't know, my company is called Dare to Believe Coaching Limited, because I love to provoke people to believe. Believe
Mm-hmm.
in yourself, believe in God who has called you, have confidence. You
Mm-hmm.
can do it. You have what it takes to make that dream a reality. So the first thing that you need to deal with is that belief, because that belief is about what's in your heart and what's in your mind. Your mindset. How have you been set? That you
Mm-hmm.
need to reset or unset, whatever it is. It's so important. It's key that we first address that, because if you say you have a dream but you don't believe in it, you will have no motivation to take action on it. There'll be nothing provoking you to take action. You have to first believe. One of the things I tell people is, is this something that you believe that God has for you? And Kiruba, I think you had me say this on Sunday, that you have to first of all have the confidence and the belief that this is what God wants for me.
Mm.
If you're a person of faith, is this something God wants for me? Because if it isn't, put it down. Put it down. You have no business touching it. If it's not something that God has for you, if it's not something He wants for you, put it to one side. Go back to your prayer closet and ask God to show you a picture,
Mhm.
to paint a picture for you. And He will do that.
Mhm.
So, first of all, deal with the belief. What do you believe? Some of us, we cannot realize our dream because our dream is so big, it scares us. But it scares us in such
Yeah.
a way that it disables us.
Mm.
It's good when it scares you. Your dream should scare you, like, ugh. It should scare you, but not to the point that it stops you from taking action. It shouldn't be, when they say, when you experience fear, and it's flight, flee or flight, flee or flight, whatever the word is, yeah,
It
whatever the
cripples
word,
you.
it
It
cripples
cripples
you.
you.
Yeah, so it should scare you, but not to the point that it cripples you, because
Mhm.
your dream should stretch you. It should stretch you. You should be able to. It should be a picture that shows you a different version of you.
Mhm.
I like to tell people, like whenever I'm doing coaching sessions, I like to do this. I say, let's take a moment and dream about your future. Let's dream 5 years from today, 1 year from today. What do you want things to look like for you? And I asked them, I said, does it look good? How do you feel? Like, how would you feel if that was your reality? Because when we can imagine it and just kind of allow our emotions, like engage our emotions in feeling what it would feel like. So, for example, if you wanted a brand new car, I don't know, Tunji, if you're watching, tell me a car. You're the one who likes looking at cars. Let's say one of those Rolls Royce cars that we see, or a Bentley. Let's say you want a Bentley, right? Start imagining yourself in a Bentley.
Mm.
What does that feel like? What type of, like, what's the interior like? Tell me, paint a picture for me. Let me see that you're really in that Bentley. Start that way, because that's awakening something on the inside of you.
Mhm. Mhm.
So when you have a dream, do that. Like if you have a dream to open a, let's say to open a bookshop, right? I don't even know where I picked that, but maybe someone's watching and they have that dream. But let's say you have a dream to open a bookshop, right? I will ask you, so what does this bookshop look like? What's the name of the bookshop? Walk me into the bookshop. When I walk in, what do I see in the bookshop? That's painting. Take time
Time to
to
dream.
meditate and imagine your dream. Because when you see it, it starts to stir up something on the inside of you. You become uncomfortable with where you are. Like when you
Mhm.
start dreaming about that Bentley, right? The next thing I would say is go for a test drive. Go to a showroom and sit in a Bentley. See what it feels like. If you can go for a test drive, take it for a test drive. And you know what? That's like you giving. I think it's Reverend Israel that says this. He says, "Give yourself." So should I say, Coach Israel? When he's in Coach mode, he says this. But he talks about giving yourself positive trauma.
Oh.
Now, positive trauma is about positive experiences. So give yourself some positive trauma. Go and taste it. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Taste and
Amen.
see that the Bentley is good, right? So taste it, because that feeling will remain with you. And when you go away, you'll be thinking about it. It's like if you want a big house. Let's paint the picture of the big house in your head. Let's paint it. Tell me what the house looks like. What's the interior like? What's the dining like? How many rooms are in there? What's in each bedroom? How many floors is the house? There is no harm. in letting your imagination just go.
Run wild.
Allow it.
I love it.
See what it will do for you.
Mhm. So my question here is, do you share your dream with others?
Find people that you trust
Mm.
to share your dream with. Because especially if you're not so confident, there are people that you will speak to about your dream and they will crush it. There are dream
Mm.
crushers out there. Whether you like it or not, there are dream crushers. Not everybody wants you to rise.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody wants you to thrive. That's the
Mm.
reality. So, trusted people that you can share your dream with.
Your power of association comes back to that. Who will motivate you to dream big? Who will stand by your side and say, "Hey, go on. I'm there. I'll watch your back." Go if you.
And they will hold you accountable too.
Yes, hold accountable, and that's one of those things that vision board. We saw each other's boards, so it's accountability. We want to motivate and stir up someone in their faith to believe, and that's right. We have to have the person that wants to be there for us, the right influence. If there's someone who is dousing your dream with water, stay away from them.
Let me just share a story that I had, and this was, I think, through the John Maxwell team that I had this story.
Hmm.
And it was of a gentleman that wanted to sign up to the John Maxwell team, but he didn't have the finances to do it. So it was a dream. It was a dream. It was a dream at the back of his mind. And one time he went for a conference. I think he was a pastor or he was in church leadership. He went for a conference where like members of his church community had gathered from around the world. I think the leaders, and he went there and he he had planned to sit with his friends, the people that he was familiar with. He had planned to sit with them, but by the time he arrived, there was no space on their table. So he had to sit somewhere else. So he sat somewhere else and, got talking with the people around him. And as they were, I think towards the end, they asked people to, on their tables, to share things visions that they had, or things that they planned to do and wanted to do. And they could pray with each other. And so he thought, perfect opportunity. So he shared about how he wanted to join the John Maxwell team. And he asked them to pray for him. At the end of the prayer, someone said to him, God has told me to finance your dream.
Ooh.
He could have sat there and said, I don't want to share it with these people. I don't trust them. But he shared it and see how God came through for him instantly. So you have to find the right people to share your dream with. Find the right association of people that you can share your dream with.
And talking about it, as you are sharing the testimony, even myself, 23 years ago, in Malaysia, somebody offered this opportunity to jump on John Maxwell's course. But at that point, 23 years ago, it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money back in Malaysia. I think it was about 15,000 ringgits. And I said, that's really very, very inviting, but I can't afford that kind of money. And it was just buried, it was just buried. And after I would say 21 years later, during the pandemic, I said no. And they were really, during the pandemic, they were promoting John Maxwell's, and they were giving a lot of discounts. And I said, why not? I'll jump on it. And I signed up. And that was a dream that was buried, but it was germinating. And then I realized, oh my Lord, you even thought of you took my thoughts into account, and you translated it to reality in my life. And today I'm John Maxwell's certified. Elizabeth is John Maxwell's certified. And we are so blessed because he has some very great materials that we use in our coaching.
Do you know what? And just like you, I wanted to join the John Maxwell team years and years ago.
Mm,
But I looked at the price, I looked at the cost, and I was like, okay, not today. But I kept on getting the emails. I kept on getting the emails. And it was just at the back of my mind. Maybe one day when the time comes, I'll sign up. And then when I started my business, when I launched out to start my business, I thought now is the perfect time
mhm.
to take on this John Maxwell certification. And so I thought, I'll sign up. Was it still expensive? It was still expensive. But you know what? I had that particular year, myself and my husband sat down and did some vision boards. And on the vision board, I put the John Maxwell team. So I say to myself, this is me taking action. I'm going to take a step of faith and I'm going to sign up to it. And I signed up to it. And then maybe 2 months down the line, I remembered that my company that I used to work for, because when I left through voluntary redundancy.
Mhm.
Hi, Maureen, good to have you in here. I left through voluntary redundancy, and so what the company offered as part of the package of leaving is within 6 months, if you sign up for a course, we can refund you the full amount,
Wow.
up to £4,500. So I said, ooh, does the John Maxwell course count?
Mm,
And yes, it counted. So I basically took all my sign up papers. I sent it to my old company. I said, I'm doing a course. They sent me the money.
wow. What a testimony.
So it was paid for. And I was so excited because it was on my vision board and it
Mm,
got done. So honestly, like you might have a dream and it might look impossible today, but don't forget your dream. Breathe life into your dream. Every day, think about what is one thing that I can do to make my dream a reality. And sometimes, I tell people, you don't have to start big. The small thing you can do is start doing research into your dream in
mm,
anticipation, in
mhm.
hope that your dream will one day become a reality. If you have a dream to be a mother, to be married, start preparing yourself in anticipation of that reality. If you want to run a £1 million company, start preparing yourself. What does a person who runs a £1 million company, what do they do? What are their habits? Start preparing yourself because your dream is about who you are becoming. It's about the process that you are going through. It's not just about the material things and the things that you want to achieve. No, it's about who you are becoming in order to make that dream a reality.
It's interesting how what you perceive and it comes to pass. Huh? It's really interesting how the Lord is so kind to us, and He wants to bring forth our dreams and in vision, in even in a passing, just a teeny weeny second of thought. And if He thinks that is good for us, He helps us to achieve it, and that's the love of the Father to for His children. Amazing. I mean, I'm overwhelmed by His love for us, and how much He has He has made us realize our dreams.
One thing I like to tell people is take the limit off.
Mm,
Take the limit off yourself, take the limit off of God, because we do that. We have a very limited view of what God can do.
mhm,
But wait a minute. The Bible says, behold, I'm the God of all flesh.
mhm.
Is there anything too
Anything too hard.
difficult for me? That is
Mm,
one of the verses I absolutely love. The day I read that verse, I
mm,
say, this is a verse I am holding on to for life. It is my faith verse
mm,
because I know that there is nothing on this world that I want to do that is too difficult for God. There is
mm,
nothing. And likewise, if you're watching, yes, it might look so big, it might look gigantic, it might look enormous, but
mhm.
they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. One bite at a time. So, how do you make your dream a reality? One step at a time. one step at a time. Do you know, one day I'm going to share, I'm going to be vulnerable now and share some of my dreams, right? So one day I was seated in a big conference, and they asked us to take a notebook and pen and paper and write down some things that God had laid on our hearts, some dreams. And so I wrote down some things. At this stage, I was probably, how old was I? I think I was about 16 or thereabouts. So I wrote something down and then I put it to one side. I remember what I wrote down. I remember what I wrote down, but I put it to one side. Years later, God started to reawaken the dream. He started to remind me, because there's some dreams that we have and we look at the dream and we say, we look at the dream and we say, I don't have the resources. You might not have the resources right now. That doesn't mean that you will never have the resources. So have faith, be hopeful. The time will come. So I looked at the dream and I was reminded of those dreams that I wrote down, and they came back to my memory. And it was like God was saying to me, don't forget. And so they're still at the back of my mind. I've not yet achieved them, but they're still at the back of my mind. Things that I want to do, that were laid on my heart years ago, that I am going to do. I am building. I am building to get there. I am building capacity for the manifestation of those dreams.
Mhm.
It's the journey. Your dream cannot be accomplished in a day. It's going to take time.
Mhm.
One of the things that John Maxwell talks about in the book that you mentioned earlier on, Kirubai, he talks about you must be willing to pay the price, count the
Mm.
cost,
Count the
and be willing
cost.
to pay the price. What is your dream? Are you willing to pay the price to achieve your dream? Because it's going to require you to pay something. Your time,
Mhm.
your basically your resources. That includes your time, that includes your money, relationships. Some people lose relationships. Some people's marriages break down because they're chasing a dream. Your dream will cost you. And you have to determine, what is the price I am willing to pay?
Mhm.
Which relationships am I willing to lose because I'm chasing my dream? Those are things to think about. Those are things to consider. Because your dream takes time. Your dream requires work. You need to be invested in your dream.
When investing in your dream means investing in yourself. So you probably might need some external training to achieve probably a business. So you might need a business coaching, or you might need someone who will guide you into your a mentor to guide you into some of the things that you might be a little blur about, or you don't have clarity. So at this point in time where lots of people are losing their jobs, I want to just encourage you. I know when you lose a job, like I think it is Marks and Spencers, they are closing down many stores, and that means lots of their employees will lose their employment. And what are they going to do with the market being saturated with unemployment? So this is the time. Take the separation benefit, keep it for a rainy day, and do something for yourself. Realize your dream. And if you need some help in this matter, Elizabeth and I are here to guide you. And that's why this workshop that we are doing this weekend, I'm bringing in it again. It's a stress. I'm going to stress this, that you need to realize your purpose and your destiny, which will tie up in that whole picture, that big dream that you're having. It will all tie up. It's all a tying up together. And if you do something you love, And that's your purpose being fulfilled. And what you love, you will dream about it day and night and day. And we are here to help you, handhold you into your purpose and destiny, and fine tuning your dream.
That's it. That's it. You had it from Coach K, and now we're just rounding up. So if you haven't yet registered, please go and register. The details are on the screen now. If you check our social media, you will find the details on there. So if you are in and around the London area, you're a Christian woman, come, let us do some networking, have some discussions, let's some laughter, some pampering, because we've got a beautician who is coming in to do some pampering. So ladies, we've got you covered, honestly. And if you don't live in London or around London, you can make it a day trip. You can make it a day trip, or make it a weekend away from your usual, and just come and spend some time with your other sisters, basically. Build a new tribe, build a new tribe. Don't think because my friends are not coming, I'll feel awkward. No, just come just as you are. And let's do this together. The workshop is going to be amazing, and we really just want to have conversations with you. We want to have conversations that will provoke you, conversations that will help you to build the confidence that you need to step out and be all and everything that God has called you to be. Sandra, I am looking forward to seeing you. That is awesome, awesome, awesome.
Oh,
Wow,
this is
wow.
the first time you're meeting Sandra, right?
Yeah, so that's
Mm.
gonna be I'm excited already. I'm excited. I'm excited. So honestly, ladies, sign up, invite a friend, send them the link, share the link with them, let them register, let them get the information as well. Don't keep good things to yourself. Help a sister to rise up too. But make sure that you're there, because for us it's something that is like a dream. It's like we're walking in our dream. We wanted to do some in-person workshops, and now this is an opportunity for us to do it. So ladies, feel free to do so. And also, if you're watching this and you run a business, or you are a Christian who's a professional, and you don't necessarily have a community that you belong to for business purposes, then we welcome you to join the Kingdompreneurs Network. We have monthly meetings. If you want more information, just reach out to us for more information, and we will be able to pass that information to you. We have monthly meetings, like Kiribai said last Saturday. We were cutting up, bits and pieces with pair of scissors in magazines, and we were having a good laugh putting stuff together on our vision board. And we're gonna have time to sit down and pray over those vision boards, and just commit them all to God, because the Bible does say that we should commit our plans into God's hands. So it's necessary for us to do that. So yeah, get in touch with us. And Kingdompreneurs Summit is in June. You might think that June is far, but actually it's round the corner. So make sure you do sign up. Information is on our social media pages. You can get it there. If you would like to be a vendor, so if you've got products or a business that you would like to come and promote, give us a shout. Reach out to us. Reach out to us. So Kirubai, any final remarks before we shut down?
Final remarks is, for those who have not signed up, please sign up. I want to see you in person on Saturday, and we are looking forward to seeing you. And you know what? Bless you. Keep dreaming big, because your dream will become a reality.
And on that note, I will end with my mantra: when I see it, believe it, act on it, my dream can become a reality. When you see it,
Woo!
believe it, act on it, your dream can become a reality. My dream is becoming a reality because I saw it, I believed it, I'm taking action on it. And likewise, the same for Kirubai. So if you're watching and you're thinking, my dream has not become a reality, see it, believe it, take action, and it will become a reality. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Tunji. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, everybody else that commented. Or if you watch the replay, please put a comment. We would love to reach out to you and say hello. If you are watching this from Malaysia, like we have special love for our people in Malaysia. So what do we do for people in Malaysia? Well, we have monthly workshops. Well, I said workshops, but let's say monthly
Webinars.
conversations.
Yeah, webinars.
Conversations. So we meet up on Zoom and we have a topic and we discuss it. So next month's topic is going to be resilience. We're talking about how to be resilient.
It's on the
So
13th of March.
it's the 13th of March. If you want information, please reach out to us if you would like information, and we will send that to you. And if you're in Malaysia, you just never know. You might be seeing us in Malaysia sometime this year. Watch the space. Oh,
Mm.
that's another thing on the vision board. We're
Yep.
coming. We are coming. So ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a restful rest of the day.
Bless you. Bye bye for now.
Bye. And I will just leave on the screen just the details for our event on Saturday. But thank you once again, and God bless you.